down to Egypt. Starting out in grand luxury, checking into the Cairo Marriott Hotel. In Cairo, there are about a dozen of these world-class 5-star deluxe hotels. And since your dollar is strong in Egypt, why not enjoy some luxury? This was formerly a palace that was built for the opening of the Suez Canal, and they've retained the original part of the palace you see here, beautifully preserved. Another site that you want to visit in Cairo is the old bazaar, the Khan el-Khalili. We'll show you a little bit of it here. We've shown you more of Cairo in other programs, and we'll come back again in the future in World Traveler, but certainly the Khan el-Khalili is one of the highlights of Cairo. You really want to spend a couple hours there wandering around. And the other great highlight is the Egyptian Museum with its masterpiece, the gold mask of King Tut, and the 2 golden sarcophagi of Tut, the treasures of a pharaoh. They have an amazing collection here at the Cairo Museum. We went through it with our guide Dina, who told us all about the relevance of the different statues, and then more shopping. Off to a perfume shop. That's one of the typical souvenirs that you want to bring home from Egypt. They've been developing perfumes for about 4,500 years. Looks like a rural sunset, but now we're still in the middle of Cairo, in the midst of the Cairo traffic, rush hour in the evening, but it's a beautiful sunset. We have several more shopping stops before heading back to the hotel. Got to pick up some gold jewelry. That's another one of the must-buys in Egypt is the cartouche. You can have your name put on there in hieroglyphics. And then off to the hotel and a good night's sleep, and the next morning another deluxe breakfast here at the Cairo Marriott. They'll cook your omelet to order, or you can just pick from anything on the buffet table. And they have great service here. You like this job?
Yes.
Good job.
Just meet different kinds of people, different nationalities.
All the time, yeah. That's nice.
Make
German.
a lot of friends.
So do you speak a little German?
No.
A little French?
A little
Ja,
French.
guten Morgen. Wie geht's Ihnen?
Guten Morgen.
Gut.
Guten
Bitte
Morgen.
sehr.
Bitte sehen.
Wie heißen Sie?
Wunderbar.
Ja.
And then we begin our tour at the ancient Egyptian site of Memphis.
You're going to see that actually very little remains of the ancient site of Memphis. You can see that Ramses is represented with all the features of royalty. He's wearing the double crown of Upper and Lower Egypt. He's got a cobra at his forehead in the state of defense, as if protecting him from evil spirits. He's got that smile on the face. He knows something we don't know. You'll notice also that the king has pierced ears, and that was very common in ancient Egypt for kings to wear earrings. And then you can see the royal beard strapped around the chin.
And next we move on to the world's first pyramid at Saqqara, which was the world's first large stone building.
The architect who built this complex, his name was Imhotep, which means he who is at peace. This was a genius because not only was he skilled in mathematics, but he had great knowledge in astrology and in medicine. He became the father of medicine for the ancient Egyptians. So Imhotep, he wanted to make something new for his king, for King Zoser. So he built this entire complex, which became unique. You can see this is a pyramid consisting of 6 unequal steps, rising to a height of about 204 feet. So these steps that you see are solid completely. It was built to be a ladder for the king's soul, or a staircase for the king's soul to ascend to heaven towards that one God in heaven, Ra. Okay? And this is a very unique structure. Nothing has ever appeared like this again.
A tasty lunch at the deluxe Oberoi Hotel prepares us for the main event of our tour, a visit to the pyramids.
So the Egyptian always chose a high site to build the tomb of the pharaoh. Sometimes the flooding of the Nile would be so high so as to threaten this area. Can you imagine? 300,000 blocks of limestone were employed in the construction of the pyramid. Here, the Giza plateau is one of the strongest sites in all of Egypt, and that's why these pyramids do not have foundations. What you see there is what you see. There's nothing below this ground. There's no foundation for this tomb. Now you've got a complete pyramid, or a true pyramid, so you can see how architecture has developed.
Local school groups also visit these sites to learn about their own heritage, including the mysterious Great Sphinx. Been standing here for at least as long as the pyramid, perhaps a little longer. There's still a lot of questions that are not known about ancient Egyptian history. And then we go on one of the more fun experiences here in Cairo and Giza. A pyramid ride on the camels. This is a lot of fun. And it's quick and easy. You want to be careful with these camel drivers, though, to negotiate a fair price ahead of time. And with our guide Dina, that was no problem. So it's a great photo op for us. A lot of fun to be bouncing along on these ungainly beasts. The ships of the desert. They can go 30 miles a day, every day. But, well, for us, it's just a shorter trip. Very scenic trip with the 3 pyramids. 3 camels. Wow. What a photo op.